Hello everyone. Earlier we saw the role of teachers in bringing about a gender sensitized classroom. In this session we will see the role of students in bringing about gender equality. First we will begin with the quote by Ralph Waldo Emerson, who says, "The secret in education lies in respecting the student." As you can see for yourself here, the focal point of all education is only the students, be it government policies, school infrastructure, curriculum, faculty, parents, everyone revolve around the students. Everyone is only for the students, welfare of the students. Added to it, we have one more category, the peers, who are very much for the student community. And the needs of the present day millennial learners are slightly different from those of the learners who were traditional in the traditional classroom. These millennial learners need to respect people irrespective of their gender identity or orientation. They have to understand and acknowledge diversity in the community. They have to connect with different communities in life as well as in workplace. And how schools are going to cater for these needs of the students? They have to help the students develop skills to work with diverse communities. Schools have to provide messages that expand understandings of gender. School has to empower every child to be themselves, to enable all children to pursue goals and interests that inspire them. They must be instilled empathy and their behavior also should be changed. But instead, if the school enforces rigid gender roles, then what is going to happen? Girls and boys must rigidly follow certain code of dress, appearance based on their sex in certain traditional schools. In such cases, there is balance of power and gender inequality results, leading to gender stereotypes, and behavior problems also occur. And what occurs in infancy and adolescence continues throughout adulthood. That is the problem. And the role of peers in changing these behavior patterns is very, very important. The peer group can influence the behaviors and attitudes by setting norms and standards. They can strongly determine the preference in way of dressing, speaking, adopting and accepting violence, criminal and antisocial behaviors of an adolescent's life. If the role of peers has a positive influence, then they are connected with protective behaviors. And if the role of peers has a negative influence, then there is involvement in risk behaviors. Talking about risk behaviors, these behaviors involve risk because they are involved in without any thought, and consciously or unconsciously students involved in such behaviors. They are not mindful of the risk factor that is involved to themselves and to others. So when the peer group becomes a negative influence, has a negative influence on them, then they involve themselves in these kind of activities. Already we have seen this, like name calling, taunting, teasing, bullying, ragging people, corporal punishment, infliction and intimidation, verbal abuse, emotional abuse, excluding people from their circle, discriminating them, involving in sexual harassment and assault and gang activity. All these risk behaviors affect not only the women and transgender people, it also affects even men folk. And for example, very thin and effeminate boys are very often called, "You are such a girl, stop acting like a girl," like that they are teased. and that leads to a lot of mental torture for them. And for women, there is this eve teasing, and eve teasing is nothing but sexual harassment, which is an act of extreme disregard for human dignity. Many people are against the usage of the word eve teasing itself because they believe that this term does not cover the horrors of sexual harassment. It dilutes the seriousness of the crime, and it does not imply violence also, and it also places the blame on women themselves. That is the usage of the word Eve that indicates that Eve is a temptress, and so it makes the victims as persons who tempt. So this term is being objected to, and the perspective of society on Eve teasing is they think that it is something to be put up with and ignored because they believe that no physical harm is involved, and they advise the girl to be accompanied by a male escort wherever she goes. And what advice or guideline they are given is don't look, walk fast, walk straight, and it only basically means that to run for her life to avoid physical aggression. You might have heard of so much of gang rape and other such things which begin in eve teasing. And if the peer group happens to have a positive influence, there is also the bullying of transgender and gender non-conforming students, and this is very rampant in campuses. And when this happens, the victims fear the opinion of others and get the feeling of loneliness and are very upset, and they fear that they may not have an equal opportunity to succeed academically or fully participate in school life if they come out, that is if they declare openly their identity, and they don't want to lose friends, so they don't reveal their gender identity, and in the process they undergo psychological problems like anxiety, depression, etc., and they drop out of school or change schools, and some even commit suicide. So to avoid this and to establish proper mental health, positive mental health, once again the peer group comes into the fore, and if it exerts a positive influence, then mental health can be maintained, and peer group can prevent feelings of loneliness by sharing experiences and feelings. Peer group can influence psychological well-being, happiness and healthy lifestyle of students, and stronger friendships provide love and sense of belonging. And if you refer Maslow's hierarchy of needs, then you understand that love and belonging is the third category. So only friends can provide this love and belonging to students, and they can also create a support group by their strong bonding, and this is very important for youngsters' personal and social development. So the youngsters learn to solve conflicts with their help, and they acquire essential social skills also which are needed for adult life. And this support group enables to lower the involvement in risk behaviors. So if it is a positive group, involvement in violence reduces a lot. And school is a setting where interpersonal relations are promoted, and so this support group also helps to achieve good academic results as a result. And added to the support of peers, if the student has the support of parents as well, then that also helps to reduce the risk behaviors. So parental communication and monitoring is very, very important. And family meals, people say, create a closer relation between parents and adolescents, and it strengthens a positive relationship and avoids risk factors, risk behaviors very much. And added to the support from peers and parents, the support from school also goes a long way in reducing risk behavior. and schools will have open discussions about gender diversity in classrooms, and this helps to change the sexist perceptions of students. And schools also help in building emotional resilience, emotional intelligence, decision making, mutual respect, assertive skills, and leadership skills. Added to it, if there is the support from teachers, then that will greatly reduce the risk behavior among students. Teachers can enable students to learn to be more expressive as well as assertive, irrespective of their gender. They can make the students learn to critically question and examine established codes and norms that give rise to rigid gender divisions and roles. If the support of peers, parents, school and teachers are all there, then naturally a student gets gender sensitized, and a gender sensitized student can easily see each other as responsible equal partners in the socio-economic development. They don't see each other as rivals but as partners, and these students realize that their abilities are not defined by their gender, and they also help people of other gender gain importance and recognition in society. So ultimately, because of all this, the students become change agents. They respect all genders equally and they become instruments of social change. They make environment favorable for everyone to flourish and prosper, and they respect individual potential and abilities and give everyone opportunities to thrive and become the change agents of society itself. Thank you.